You can actually take, so you can take the handle off, and then you can obviously put your attachments on here and all that fun stuff. But if you take it off, let's see if it does it this way. Okay, so not this way, but if you take the whole wand off and you power it on, it's like a flashlight on the handle of the wand, which is really cool because then I can actually see, obviously if I'm taking this off, I'm trying to get into some, deep dark areas, and that actually helps me to really see what I'm doing. So I think that's a really cool feature that I've never seen in another vacuum. So after running the vacuum on hardwood floors and using that hardwood floor level, the rotator on this doesn't actually run. So I'll show you real quick. When I put it down onto the floor level, you can see the brush doesn't actually rotate. So with that, if I'm going over big piles of fluff, fur balls and all that, I find that a lot of the stuff gets stuck to the rotator. So what I like to do after I've actually run it over the hardwood floor is I just like to take this and I put it back to the high profile, the high level for the carpeting, and I just run it real quick. Tip it back so that the rotator will actually go. And that sucks up all of that fuzz that got stuck in those rotator blades. So after one day of not vacuuming, especially with a white-haired dog, you can see on my rug that there's all this fine hair that I just can't seem to get rid of. Well, the great thing about the Shark, and here it is, pretty little gadget, this is going to pick it all up. So just press down on the plate. You can see this actually, it swivels. So I actually like that. I grew accustomed to that with my Dyson. I love the swivel head. But then when you go ahead and turn it on, you can see the 3 different levels here. So there's the, let's try and focus there for you. There is for thick carpeting, low pile carpeting, and then for hardwood floors or for hard floors. So I use the thick carpeting because this is a very dense carpet, and it is a high pile. And you'll see the light's going to come on as soon as I turn this on, and you'll see it's going to guide me and show me what I actually need to pick up. You can see all that fine hair. Now, in order to get under things that are, obviously very low to the floor, and you don't want to have to do a lot of maneuvering of your furniture, the great thing about the Shark is that you can actually lift this canister off. All you do is there's a button on top here that says lift away. You press it, you pull it off, and now you can see this goes completely flat. So I can get underneath my hutch. This actually, well, yeah, it's a little bit heavy, but I mean, you kind of got to expect it to be, since it is the whole mechanism for the vacuum itself. But you can see that I'm able to get the vacuum itself very low, which means all that dog hair that hides underneath my hutch is now going to be going away. And just to put that on, as you can see, just as simple as that. Now this kind of confuses me because I thought that this right here should go here, and then it would hold it secured while I'm vacuuming. But what I found to be happening is that, as I'm pushing and pulling, of course it's not going to do it right now, it has a tendency to fall off. So I'm a little bit confused by whether or not it's supposed to hold the hose there permanently, or what the deal is with that. So on the back, you can see that there are 2 spots for putting the attachments. I use the wand the most, and then of course since there's a spot for one more, on this side I just keep my brush here. There are 2 other possible attachments that I have. Unfortunately, there's no place on the vacuum itself that I can put them, so the likelihood of me using them is actually very slim, mainly because I'm just going to forget about them since they're now put into a closet. So another one of the downfalls is that the vacuum doesn't really move as quickly as it needs to when I'm using the wand attachment. Of course, I don't have it on right now, but the vacuum itself, because it's so heavy weighted in the front, unfortunately it's not even balanced and it has a tendency to fall over. Now with the cord being so long and obviously using the wand, it does tend to get tangled in it, and again it does get, it does fall over. So you can see, and honestly I know you can't see how far away I am, but realistically I'm maybe about 4 feet away from the vacuum. So it does tend to get stuck and it does fall over. This is a problem that I see with the Shark. It's not a problem that I had with my Dyson ever. So that is a downfall. One of the things that I like to do is I like to do a figure 8 for putting the cord away. For me, I feel like it makes it a little bit cleaner of a putting it away, and keeps it nice and tidy so it's not hanging all over the place. You can do however you'd like, but that's the way I like to do it. The only downfall to this is that if you should turn this into a trolling canister, this piece down here is actually on the canister base, while this piece is still on the head. So if you're trying to put it all away without having to put it back into an upright position, there's no appropriate way to put that cord away, and unfortunately it doesn't retract.